welcome back. It's the Locked In. It's your feel-good breakfast show. And now when it comes to legendary side dishes at the festive table, the humble roast potato is second to none. Now add in some fresh rosemary and garlic and serve it with a creamy horseradish sauce, and you have your new star of the dish. And we're talking about BWELL rosemary roast baby potatoes with horseradish cream. It's a crispy, zesty, creamy, and fresh meal, and this is the perfect way to reinvent the wheel and show off your inner chef. And showing off her inner chef this morning is, of course, Zoe Brown in the building, taking us through this quite a complex meal by the sounds of it.
It looks complex, but this is what's going to take that old, lovely roast potato on the table just to that next level. So it's easy for you to impress the family if you're going to be around the table.
I hope so. I want my family to have these roast potatoes and be like, you did something special here.
Well,
I want that little
Yes, you'll definitely get that with this one. So what we've done is we've parboiled our baby potatoes, and you cut them a little cross in them. And what's nice about that, doing that, is it will allow your potatoes to get nice and crispy. So you're simply just going to squeeze it open. It can be a bit messy, but that's fine because those are the pieces that will be, I did sanitize my hands, be getting nice and crispy. So you simply just pop it in here, and we're going to drizzle some of our BWELL canola oil, which is locally produced, over our potatoes that are already opened up.
So I'm assuming now opening up the potatoes allows this flavor and the BWELL oil and all the goodness to kind of soak in, right?
Plus, yes, so you're just coating it like that a little bit. I might have added a bit too much, but now we're going to add our rosemary because that's going to give us our flavor. And it always comes out nice once you pop it in the oven. I love a lot of salt on my potatoes, so I'm going to salt them generously. Of course, you can add a little bit less, and then some garlic. And what's wonderful about this BWELL canola oil, I'm actually just going to add the little pieces quite whole because they'll give off color. Have you ever popped garlic cloves into the oven?
I have actually, but I don't smell the garlic as intensely as I normally
would. It loses a bit of its flavor, but it's got such a nice, soft texture, and it just adds that right punch to something. So it really is like a nice little pop of surprise.
So we're going to get a couple of those surprises.
We will definitely. So we're going to pop this into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, but I suppose you can also just monitor it until it's nice and crispy and golden brown.
Okay.
There we go.
So the roast potatoes, I'm assuming, tick, but you mentioned something about a horseradish.
The horseradish, yes. And what is important about our BWELL canola oil is that it is low in saturated fat, it's naturally cholesterol free, and of course high in omega-3s, which we want. And we're also going to be using our BWELL mayonnaise, which is also fantastic. So we're going to start off by making our horseradish sauce. We've got some vegan cream cheese in our bowl. Then we're going to add some orange zest, a little bit of orange juice. Basically just mix it all together. I've got some whole seed mustard grain over here.
Such an interesting combo. We're mixing like a citrusy zestiness with what was this? Oh, that we had mustard, right?
Some mustard seeds. So now I'm also adding some lemon zest and some lemon juice.
So this is really like a fresh taste on this creamy sauce.
This is some ready-made horseradish sauce that we are adding to this mix. I'm going to ask you to mix it up for me.
I got you, all right.
Because I'm going to add our BWELL thick and creamy mayonnaise in. So I'm just going to add like a tablespoon.
Go for it. This is really cool though, because you're mentioning we're adding BWELL to this meal. It gives me that little bit of confidence that I can have an extra plate. And there's a little bit of health associated to it as well, and I can have a guilt-free meal. So for festive time, when it comes to 2, maybe 3 servings, I think it's a really good addition to have as well.
And the thing I've learned over the last time is healthy eating doesn't have to be dull and flavorless food. You just have to make healthier choices when it comes to picking your ingredients and obviously making things from scratch, because then you know what is going into your meal.
Exactly that.
And then we're going to top it off with some parsley. You can actually mix that in for me. I was supposed to add it earlier. There we go. And you see, so once you have your roasted potatoes, your horseradish sauce, it is nice and creamy, and you are left with this. Do you want to taste one?
I would love to taste one, especially if you made it.
It's a bit hot, so you'll have to come here.
All right, I'm on there. I like the fact that already, just from this alone, I can smell that I could use this for more than just a potato. I mean, even in some weird chickens or any other meats as well, I would probably even add this.
It's a winning sauce.
Proof is in the pudding. Let me see if I can grab a spoon.
So we've got some drizzled on it already, but
let me just put a little.
You want to put a little bit extra. Some crispy potatoes for breakfast.
The festive. Oh, they look good.
Take a small TV bite.
Damn it.
That's the secret. Might be hot. See, that's what you want your guests to do.
This is that reaction I want from my guests. This is the hot sensation that I want from my festive meal. And speaking of hot, we've got a hot, epic new album coming out soon. And of course, not an album actually, it's a song. And Jessie Clegg's visiting us this morning. Wow.
Are you ready for that performance? Is that what you're saying?
After this, I'm ready because if anything, this is beautiful and I'm ready for that.
If you do want this recipe that we've just made, it is available on our website. That's expressoshow.com.
Be well. Love, food, life.